Why, hello, YouTube. This is Balormage again, and in the background, you can see a low-level character in my party. This is a video about how we're boosting each other. This is how, well, a version of this is how we boosted my character up to level 60 so that I could start playing a druid as quickly as possible. And what you're seeing in the background is some friends of mine who wanted to reroll. And we're boosting them up to level 60 so they don't have to do the campaign and they don't have to go level themselves and they can just be level 60 within a few hours. Now, this particular dungeon, Champion's Demise, which is out in Dried Steeps in this location, has right now the absolute best layout for grinding XP. This is the dungeon people are using to power level themselves, and it is the dungeon we will be using to boost up ults. Anybody's ults, this is definitely for only party play. So basically what's going to happen is your high level characters, you can use up to 3 high level characters to boost just one player, or you can do just as a duo, one person boosting as many people as you want. But the quickest way is going to be with 3 boosters and 1 carry, obviously. Like one booster. Boost E? Boost E. Let's go with that. But basically, this map has 3 prongs that you can run out. And all 3 of them sort of form a little loop. So you can quite easily run down one side, sticking relatively close to the edge, do a little loop and come all the way back to the center with almost no downtime, never running out of mobs to kill. So if you have multiple people, you can each pick a different lane and run down it at the same time. Everybody in the dungeon shares XP no matter what range you're at. There's no range requirement like there is in the world. So your level 1 friend who's rerolling, or your level 35 friend who just finished the campaign for the first time and you want to catch them up to you to play together, they can just stand at the front and they can just get all of the XP and get tons of levels. So even if you're not boosting someone, this is also a fantastic way for you alone or you and a buddy to just go grind out as much XP as possible. The downside is you're not going to be leveling glyphs here, which means you're not going to be getting into higher sigils. I think it's more fun running sigil dungeons, so if it wasn't for boosting XP, I personally wouldn't do it, but it is more efficient to get XP here by a pretty decent margin. So the only other thing to worry about, and this is a big suggestion, is at around level 50, 52 to 55-ish, your friend or you, whoever's getting boosted, is going to want to start running through the dungeon a screen or 2 behind you and try and pick up at least 1 ancestral item for each slot. It does not matter how good the item is. The power of ancestral items compared to everything else makes everything under it irrelevant. So if you can just pick up 1 ancestral item for each slot in your character, when you reach level 60, you'll be able to go to town, throw a bunch of powers on things, and you'll have a functioning build that can exist in World Tier 4 solo. You'll be able to go out into the world and kill things and grind up better gear and just continue on playing. One other use for this, and probably the last thing, is you don't actually have to do this on World Tier 4. If you just happen to be a casual gamer that's level, 50 or 55 because you started in front of your friend and you just want to catch them up to you because they just started playing the real release, they're finishing the campaign in a day or 2, and then they're going to be like, oh man, I wish we could play together, but we're 20 levels apart. I'm a level 32 and I just finished the campaign. You can just do this exact same farm in World Tier 3 instead of World Tier 4. It will become very, very slow there after level 50. Do not try and carry someone to level 60 in World Tier 3. That would be a troll. But if you are too low level or too low in power to carry someone in World Tier 4, you can definitely, even at lower levels, catch them up to you so you can play together and so that they can be useful. So fantastic. Bad news, it does take, 3.5-ish hours to get someone to level 60. So it's definitely not as quick as D3, but it's still significantly quicker than doing it on your own by like a huge amount. So there's that. That's all I've got today, and I will see everybody next time. Goodbye.
I'm not ready yet. I must wait a moment. I must wait a moment. I'm not ready yet. I must wait a moment. I must wait a moment. I must wait a moment. I must wait a moment.
Hey, get off me. Yo, the duration on freeze is actually insane. Like, why do you get frozen for that long?
I'm not ready yet.
Big masters, so much in there. Move back to the game.
I'm not ready yet.
Maybe it's your fault. Maybe you stole all the kills so no one else could get any power. That's the normal excuse I hear.
I must wait a moment. I must wait a moment.
There's so many assists. Yeah. I had that happen like maybe a week and a half ago on Kane. As a Kane jungler, like 16 kills out of 20 total. And then I looked and the ADC was like, yeah, you've taken all the kills and now I can't get anything. And I looked and did 1 assist. I was like, okay, like which one? Did I steal that one? Maybe. What are you gonna do now though? Weren't even fucking involved.